Hello everyone, welcome to my first video on the Semantic Manager software. In this video, you are going to learn how to open a project, how to create a project, and how to manage a project on the Semantic Manager software. So, for creating a project, you need to double click on the Semantic Manager software, which is normally um, on the desktop. You will find this software on the desktop is shortcut button or from the start menu. So after opening that software, you need to click on the new button, which is just under the file menu. And after clicking on it, you will see a new pop-up window is appeared. It's called new project. Here you need to write down the name of your project. I'm writing hardware. And after writing down the name, you need to select the storage location where the project will be stored. Select browse. And then you need to select the folders or the drive. I'm selecting document D drive and press OK. As you can see here, a project named hardware is created, and after that you need to add the hardwares into your project. For adding hardware, right click on the name of your project, insert a new object and select simatic AC station. And after that, expand the hardware, select simatic AC station, double click on the hardware. Here also a new pop-up window will be appeared, which is called hardware config. Actually, for the Siemens system, there are some specific procedure for creating a new project. The first procedure is to um, create a new container, which is the name of your project. And in our case, the container is hardware. And then you need to select a AC station. Here it is written as a semantic AC station, and inside the semantic AC station you will see the hardware. And for selecting a proper hardware, you need to double click on it, and then you will see this type of window. Here you will be able to add the hardwares for your project, and from here you can select the hardwares that will be using in your project. So in any project there are some specific devices. For example, a rack. In the rack you need to add power supply, the PLC controller, um, some networking devices, and after that you need to add some Profibus DP, Profibus PA or Profibus DP coupler, and in the Profibus PA DP coupler there will have some input and output cards. So you will understand um, when I will do this type of specific task step by step. Just keep watching this video. So for adding a rack, you need to expand the semantic S400 or S7300 series PLC. No matter what type of PLC you are using, I am just using S7 400 series PLC. So expand the CPU 400, CPU 400As. Oh, sorry. For adding a rack, you need to expand the rack, which is rack 400. And from here, you need to select your 2As, as we are using the AC station. Just simply drag and drop here. this one. So inside the rack, the first one is reserved for the power supply. So you need to add a power supply, which is uh, just given inside the PS400. So select any one of them. I'm selecting standard PS 4017 ampere. Just drag and drop here. And then the number 3 slot, which is dedicated for the CPU. So for selecting the CPU, we need to expand the CPU 400, CPU 400H, 4123, and this one. After selecting the CPU, what you need to do is in A7400 series PLC, in my case, this PLC doesn't support some other input output cards just beside this PLC. So if you want to add some input output cards, then you need to add another device which is called Profibus DPPA coupler. So for adding a Profibus DPPA coupler, you need to use the Profibus MPI as a DP. So double click on it and select this type as a Profibus and create a new network. So I'm leaving the name which is by default here, Profibus 1, and you need to choose the transmission rate of the data. I'm choosing here 6 Mbps and selecting the profile as a DP because the protocol will be using here as a Profibus DP, and then select OK. So after selecting this, you will see a Profibus network is created here, and here you will be able to select the Profibus PA and DP coupler. So for selecting a Profibus DP PA coupler, you need to expand the Profibus DP and go to the ET200M. Anyone you can choose here. I'm choosing this one. So 6 Mbps. It is asking me that would you like to select these devices to be connected to the Profibus one? Yes. It is taking a little bit time. Yes. As you can see here, it is connected to this Profibus DP. So for adding some input output cards, I need to select this one and add some cards here into this one. For adding cards, you need to expand SM400, which is just inside the simatic 400 series PLC. Expand this one, go to SM400 and select any one of the cards would you like to insert in the input output cards. So for adding the input output cards, you need to expand the S7300 PLC. Number 3 is reserved, so drag and drop here. I added digital input card. I'm going to add digital analog input card. Functionality, so it is not transferable to the new module. That's okay. And then I will be selecting analog output card as well. So for checking your project, you need to click on the compile button, which is here. For compiling this project and for saving this project, click on here. This is save and compile. So if you have any problem, it will show you a error message, and also it will give you the direction how to solve the problem. The system data could not be recreated because the configuration is inconsistent. Go to the details. In each station, a sync module has to be inserted, F1, and each station at least two sync module are required to CPU. Then the rack 1 is in this station. So what we need to do, we need to add another rack station because I used the redundancy module. So for creating a redundancy module, what you need to do is simply click on the rack and copy and paste here. So here also you need to add another Profibus DB network. Just selecting the same speed. So as you can see here, another Profibus DB is created. This one is yes, Profibus DB. This one, and if you select the redundancy type, go to and I need to select the redundancy module. So delete this one, go to the CPU, I mean Profibus DB, select the 200 aim, 2, 3, 4. This is maybe redundancy operation. I need to select the redundancy. Can be select for the redundancy. Yes, redundancy would like to select this one. So okay, yeah, automatically it is connected to both of the bus. And now in the previous here window we have seen that there is a lack of sync module, so we need to add this one. For adding the sync module, go to the simatic 400, expand CPU 400, go to CPU 400S 400, this one, expand this one, and drag and drop here. You need to add twice because there are two IF1 and IF2 slots, and this drag and drop also here. At the same time you need to drag this here and also drag in the IF2 slot. Now the program is consistent. Still it is not consistent because in the Profibus DPPA coupler there is no module. If you select this one, you'll see there is no input output module here, so we need to add at least one input output card. So expand the SM400. No, you need to go to simatic S300 and expand the input output cards. I'm going to select one digital input cards and one digital output card for the 24 volts. Now our project is consistent, I think so. So click on the compile. It it will compile and check if there is any error in my project. If there is no error, it will show there is no error. Maybe there is no error. It's compiling. Yes, there is no error message is here. So save, click on save. Yes, the program is being saved. Close this window, and for checking our project, click on the simulation button here, and after the simulation window is open, you need to download the project into the virtual PLC so that you will be able to see the program is being downloaded into the PLC. Just select the project here, click on download, select any one of the PLC, click OK. Unable to reach the module CPU online interface. I need to select the interface option. So click cancel and go to the search option and write down PG or PC, PG, PC. Select this one. After operating this PGPC interface, you need to select the interface. Both interfaces need to be matched, otherwise it will not be able to find the PLC. We are selecting here PLC sim, here TCP1, PLC sim, press OK, go to this one, PLC sim, so after selecting the PGPC, that means for our PGPC is PLC sim Profibus. After selecting this interface, select the project and click on download button. Select any one of them, then you will see the program is being downloaded into the PLC. And if you select the other one, you will also see the program is being downloaded. Select the secondary one, the program is downloaded into the PLC. So this is the simple hardware configuration of a project. Before creating a project and before programming the VLC, this is the first step. So thank you very much for watching this